I've already told the rest of my family I will charge them by the hour if they call me to fix their Firefox again.
Oh, boy. I don't even know if I want to go into trying to help with... Oh, crap. Be right back.
Today's episode of Wiki Sift is brought to you by Naked Hitler Pizza and Wings. We apologize. This was literally the only pizza name that wasn't taken.
I missed that show. I should go back and watch it again. This is a great show.
The Beetlejuice animated series?
Yeah, the Beetlejuice animated series.
I guess you guys saw why I had to run.
No, I didn't. I don't watch the stream. Was there a fire?
No, my wife messaged me or left a message on the stream saying you locked us out.
I love how the best way to get through to you during this time is to leave a message in your stream chat.
She tried.
Honey, great stream so far. By the way, we're locked outside.
My phone was almost dead.
I will give you 150 bits to unlock the door.
All right, let's get a train going.
All right, everybody, bit train to get the family in the house.
Oh boy!
I'm just imagining a streamer completely oblivious that it's his own wife is like, it's like, all right, thanks for the bits. Oh, you've been locked out. I'm sorry to hear that. Everyone, can we get hearts in chat for the lady who was locked out?
Oh, it's one letter at a time. YOULOCK. Oh, sorry, hon.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit.
It's that kind of...
Anyway, we were talking about helping parents with tech issues.
I thought we were introducing the show. Okay, when did we become the Saturday morning drive time radio show?
Well, we gotta have a soundboard
20 minutes
for that.
to get started. Yeah. I know at least one of our recurring guests has a voice effects thing that they use while recording.
Oh gosh, I have a voice effect.
God. Skitch has so many.
God, I don't want to give people ideas.
Listen. You want me to? I can just be a speak and spell on demand. That is my promise to you.
No, stop.
Hello.
God.
Welcome to the show.
Blow me to Bermuda. That is a swear that doesn't get enough love.
That's a good one.
That's the Sword and the Stone. The only thing I remember about that is blow me to Bermuda.
All right, let's get started. Welcome to Wiki Sift, a shallow dive into pop culture and fandom. Today we're going to be talking about mascot lore, and I got through it. Screw you, Stevo.
Wait.
Hold on, I was reading the EULA. What did you say?
Wait a minute. I forgot to change the document, and I said the wrong thing.
You sure did. You sure did.
Today we're going to be talking about minor league sports.
That's right. Granted, mascots do exist in minor league sports, and one of them,
that's the ticket.
It's pretty frightening.
I was gonna say that's really interesting. Tom Selleck has a 5 degrees of Kevin Bacon to Beetlejuice.
Nice.
What? Okay, so very relevant. So, okay, I'm Tom. He's an evil genius white, and today I am joined by.
Go Skitch. I think he's mad at me.
Okay. Oh, okay. So, hi, everyone. My name is Mike Schiciano. Everyone just calls me Skitch. There's various things I do. None of them are important or relevant to today, though. The only thing that's relevant is my obsession and enthusiasm about the bizarre world of sports teams and their bizarre, beautiful names.
Hi, I'm currently in the doghouse right now for some of the comments I may have made earlier. I'm sorry about that. Oh, no, I'm Stevo. Sorry.
Hi,
right.
Stevo.
Hi, Stevo.
So
10-second silence. Hi, Stevo.
it's like an AA meeting.
Actually, wait, no. Should I be saying that as
Hi, Stevo.
See, I got a very Children of the Corn vibe of that. Hello, Stevo.
Oh gosh, you say corn, and that actually is a good segue to a good early team to point out in all this here.
Yay.
So,
All right, so Wiki Sift is a willfully ignorant. Wiki Sift is a willfully ignorant fandom. Can someone hit me with a sledgehammer, please?
I don't have a sledgehammer, but I have this whip.
Wiki Sift is a willfully ignorant fandom podcast where we don't actually directly consume media and just read what fans wrote about it online. Because I could watch all 55 Steven Seagal movies, but I'd rather go on IMDb and count all the stupid names his characters have. Let's see.
Okay, I think this is the second Steven Seagal reference you've made. Do we have to have an intervention?
Oh, this is at least the fourth. Okay, so we got Mason Storm, John Hatcher, Travis Hunter, John Sands.
These sound like bot accounts on, what is it, Ashley Madison?
One of them's just called Tau. One of them is just called Axe. One of them is Polly Trunks. And one of them, he's just called The Director.
Wait, Polly Trunks is in like the Dragon Ball guy?
Yeah.
Possibly. I will say that the vast majority of these names actually would be potential candidates for minor league and lesser professional and amateur sports league team names. So keep these coming. I like the way I got you.
Okay.
So give me some more ideas.
Well, there's also Jonathan Cold. And that's not counting the True Justice TV series where he played Elijah Kane.
Elijah Kane is somebody's like my OC Do Not Steal from middle school.
Absolutely. But today specifically, we're going to be talking about minor league sports, and I'm going to let Skitch take the lead here since this was his wiki rabbit hole that he went down. And I thought it was a perfect subject for the show today. So take it away.
All right. So in the world of organized sports, there is this spectrum of teams with identities of varying sorts. The important thing to remember is that we look at the biggest leagues, Major League Baseball, the NBA, the NFL, whatever. These are home to some of the most boring, safe pedestrian names because they're owned by corporations that are too big to go for something wacky and wild. However, we go into amateur leagues, developmental leagues, minor leagues, and other organizations that are much smaller with stadiums and buildings that house maybe a few thousand as opposed to tens of thousands of people. There's room for bizarre names to come about, in part because of local ideas of what team names should be, or because of ill-conceived, publicly voted on promotions. And when the topic of corn came up, I knew exactly where we have to start.
Oh no.
With the
I just need to know if the mascot is falling away from me.
No, not quite. This is a collegiate summer baseball team in Normal, Illinois. They're part of the independent.
Oh, what a name! Normal, Illinois.
This team was part of the professional Frontier League, but they're no longer part of it. So they're now currently in the Prospect League's Western Conference in the Great River Division, along with teams such as the Quincy Gems, the Clinton Lubber Kings, and the Burlington Bees. Gentlemen, I present to you the Normal Corn Belters.
Sir, I have my hand raised. Will this be on the final exam?
Yes, it will
better
be.
be.
It better be. Now, just stare
I
at
don't see how this is supposed
mascot.
to help me with my SAT prep.
All right, so this is a team that was voted upon. There were actually 3 other team names in the original vote sequence. You had the Normal Coal Bears, which was actually because of Stephen Colbert, because obviously the Normal Nighthawks.
Oh,
because
so not like a bear made of an energy source. Oh, because I thought Coal Bears was an awesome friggin' name.
No. It was spelled Coal Bears as 2 separate words, so it was implying bears powered by coal.
Okay.
But the another name was the Nighthawks, and then there was also the Normal Nuts because of the beer nuts brand that's located in Bloomington.
What the hell?
Normal nuts.
They also had the Normal Camelbacks and the Normal Fellers, which is honestly a pretty good name, the Normal Fellers, but Corn Belters won because of the fact that Illinois is part of the Corn Belt. So this kind of gives you
I am honestly afraid to look up some of these terms on Urban Dictionary. They sound dangerous.
Yes, to a little bit there. Yeah.
Oh, baby, corn belt me.
Yeah, I'm gonna write here.
One of the normal fillers. Oh man, I really wish they went with that. But I mean, I'm loving this logo.
That they use that instead for the name of their barbershop quartet.
Yeah, oh my God, like there's so many. And you have to keep in mind that, like, again, you look at like different teams and their logos and stuff. Keep in mind that they're in the same division as team with this name and logo for the Burlington Bees. Look at that. That's amazing. I just love it. Perfect.
Okay, so let me try to describe the Corn Belters logo for people listening from home. Okay, it's a cob of corn with, I guess, the husk still kind of partially peeled, and it's got like frizzy corn hair on top, and
it looks like it should be in a condom commercial.
And it has eyes that look like they're just out of their gourd stoned. Like, I don't know how to describe it better than that. Like, just partially droopy.
It's Stephen Wright from Half Baked. That's the look.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, that's a great description there. Yeah, so like, that is the energy that we got here. So, like, now granted, this is one of many ways in which a minor league or other smaller league team might get their name through some public vote. There's another one I can share, but I don't know if I want to share it too early because it's really good. However, it is for a team that no longer exists and apparently caused embarrassment for the professional organization it's associated with. But needless to say, minor leagues and other related teams have an amazing like variety of names going on. I'll pivot for a moment to one that is near and dear to my heart because it's from my hometown of Toledo, Ohio, which is home to two minor league teams with great names. But
okay, but now that you teased us with that, you got to pivot back to it quickly.
Okay, well, all right. This is one of my closing notes. I got multiple closers, but I got to hold on here. So one of the big Major League Baseball teams out there are the New York Yankees. And they have, and when it comes to minor leagues, there's multiple levels of minor league teams that exist.
Wow. Okay.
So like in Major League Baseball, there are things such as like you have junior A's, you have like Class A short season, A, triple A, double A, all that sort of stuff there.
I'm literally going to pull out the only sports card I have in my wallet and say I am a fan of the Rimouski L'Oceanic in the QMJHL. That's the only sports team I care about.
That's good.
You may carry on.
That's a very good. So one team that existed for a period of time was the Staten Island Yankees. They were the Class A short season affiliate that were based out of Staten Island. They existed up until 2020, and then they just stopped. There was a campaign in 2016 to rename the team temporarily, which included the following options: Rock Pigeons, Heroes, Killer Bees, Bridge Trolls, and then we get to the winning name for the team for the period of time they had it for like about a year, and that was the Staten Island Pizza Rats.
I'm sorry, what?
The Staten Island Pizza Rats. This is
a weird flex, New York.
That kind of tracks based on what I know about New York.
So yes, this is based on the meme video of a rat dragging a slice of pizza around. This won the public vote, and And this was the logo, and this was the team name for a period of time. My favorite part is the rat with the chef's hat lugging a slice of pizza over their shoulder. Amazing.
I kind of love it. I
Yes.
really like the baseball bat as a flagpole and the pizza slice as the flag. That is solid.
I want that slice of pizza right now.
Yeah.
Put
There
it
you
in my
go.
mouth.
Well, also, that pizza box that we see in the second image is actually where some of the merch would be delivered in if you ordered it on the website when they were still selling the merchandise there. So
you could order pizza from the baseball team and they would deliver it to your house?
No. You would order merch and they would send you the merchandise in a pizza box. They wouldn't send you pizza.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
so
still.
all right, I thought they were upping the whole like baseball cards with a stick of gum included. Here, have your hat with a slice of pizza.
That would be pretty dope, honestly.
I thought you were going to say if you go to their events and you buy pizza from the vendors, they give it to you in that box, but
That'd be great too. Oh, that'd be perfect too. I don't know because I never got a chance to go there, and you'll never have a chance to go there anymore because what happened was there were shufflings that happened in 2020 with some of the minor league structuring, and the Yankees just shut down the Staten Island Yankees. And supposedly, at least according to qualified publications like the New York Post, they were apparently embarrassed with the Pizza Rat's name, which I don't know how I could be embarrassed by that. Here's the thing, okay? Minor league sports team names have to do at least one of three things. They have to have a strong local cultural relevance. They have to be something that is so idiosyncratic and weird that it just kind of lines up, or it has to just bring sheer joy and confusion when you hear the name. If it's something like Staten Island Yankees, no one cares. That name sucks. But Staten Island Pizza Rats, that was a name you could wear on your head and be like, yeah, I'm proud of this team.
yeah, I could rally behind that.
They could sell pizza hats. Who passes up marketing like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like all those little things in there. This reminds me of like, and so contrast this, we could look into the professional sports league. You had the Washington football team, which was the temporary name for the Washington football team after they got rid of their Redskins moniker. Yeah. And then we decided on a new name. They picked Commanders. That's the name of the San Antonio All-American Football League team that lived for half a season. That's not a name anyone's going to care about. So, other names exist though. And they all come about with these weird, just like energies all about them. For example, another team name that is on a now defunct team is based out of city of New Orleans. Now, if I talk about a sports team based on New Orleans, what do you think is like culturally relevant about New Orleans as a city?
Oh, like the food, like the Cajun stuff.
Sure. There's a particular holiday that's very popular in New Orleans.
Right.
Yeah, it's Arbor Day.
Yes. Also known as Mardi Gras. Same holiday.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
that's the one.
So during Mardi Gras, for those that study that topic, they might be familiar with things I believe it's called King's Cake.
No.
It's a cake.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a cake that has something baked in it. What's that thing that has baked in it? Anyone remember?
A monarch?
No,
I'm
close.
Canadian.
Yes. So the answer is, from my recollection, King's Cake would have like a little plastic baby in there, which led to the short-lived AAA affiliate of the Miami Marlins in New Orleans, the New Orleans Baby Cakes.
This is horrifying.
This mascot was very much short-lived because that team only existed for 2 seasons. Then they got relocated to a different location altogether. Just no.
Okay, let me describe this. It looks like a baby. Okay, the logo is a baby who is also a 44-year-old man that's completely bald with like black like war paint under his eyes.
Yep.
And he's wearing a crown and holding a purple bat, and it looks like he's emerging from some kind of alien pupa or a beach ball. I can't tell.
He looks like the sperm version of the main character from Bully, the video game.
Yeah.
It's weird.
A little bit, yeah.
So yeah, you can just see this thing here. It's a king cake, right? It's just bursting out of a king cake because that's where that's where the baby is. It's inside the cake. So like you get the idea. It's like it's relevant to New Orleans, but this did not this did not go over uniformly well. And after a few seasons, there was a restructuring. The team got relocated over to Wichita, where they're now in Kansas, which are now known as the Wichita Wind Surge, which just has like a logo of like a horse with wings. So like whatever, it's fine, it's serviceable, but it's just like, oh man, now that was a wild period of time when this name got revealed. Everyone's just like, what? The baby cakes? Oh boy.
It is a little hard to believe. Like I'm looking at this and I'm thinking like this was a sports team. Like
yes. Oh yes. Now
it looks like clip art you would put on your gender reveal party. Like
mm-hmm. Now, to be fair, baseball is one league that has like a prominent, robust development and like associated leagues thing, but it's not the only one out there. Hockey also has a robust minor league culture going on with it. And
yes, finally something I can be a part of on this show.
So I'll point out two teams from my hometown of Toledo. First, as the transitioning point, we have a team that you probably have heard of if you're from the Northwest Ohio area, or if you read the book Maniac McGee. And that, of course, is the Toledo Mud Hens, the AAA affiliate of the Detroit Tigers.
Well, that one looks charming.
Yeah, it's a classic. This is a classic, long-standing AAA sports, AAA minor league baseball team. It is an institution. A much shorter institution in the area is the minor league hockey team, the Toledo Walleye, which first and foremost.
You mean like the fish?
Yeah, look at that logo. Check that out.
Oh, hell yeah.
Look at that.
That is a fish that's part of the Mighty Ducks TV show.
Yeah, absolutely.
That fish rules.
There's nothing more hockey than a single missing tooth.
Absolutely.
That fish would be played by Ewan McGregor in the movie.
Absolutely. So here's the thing, though. The Toledo Walleye, that was not the original name for that team by a long shot. Okay, that's only been the team name, let me see here, since 2009. When I grew up in Toledo, the team was not called the Toledo Walleye. It was called the Toledo Storm. And you may be thinking, well, that name's kind of uninspired. That's not the reason why they changed their team name, probably. They changed their team name because of their logo. This was a professional logo for a sports team for 16 years.
I'm eagerly awaiting MS Paint goodness right now. I just with the anticipation.
Oh, no. No, this is
hell yeah!
This was
this is Paint Shop Pro.
Yes, this was the logo.
Yo,
for the
check
Toledo
this out.
Storm.
This is my band CD. We recorded it in my uncle's basement. It's just a folded piece of paper over a CDR. $5.
I made this in Corel Works. Please enjoy it.
The fact that it's like drawn with like an ink pen and filled in, the line work just being so bad.
That is a piece of clip art. That is beautiful.
It is.
Like in terms of like in terms of brand, like
hats off to the fucking trapezoid in the R. You're doing God's work.
Yeah, like the fact that we went from Toledo Storm to Toledo Walleye, we could. I am just tickled. And here's the one thing that's really important to remember. Guess how many championships they won as the Toledo Storm?
6.
I'm gonna echo 6.
Okay, you're close because your number is closer to 0 than it is to infinity. So yes, they never won a single championship as the Toledo Storm. However, they have won multiple conference championships as the Toledo Walleye, including during the 2021-2022 season. So very good. All it takes is just a complete banger of a logo and team name to turn a franchise around, is all I have to say there. But
okay, so that was the second movie, but the first one made me real depressed because they used Queen's not as fondly liked "We Are the Losers."
Yes, that's basically the case. You know, a loser logo, loser team, winning logo, winning team. It's just that simple. So for all those like people who talk about, hey, you know what, you got to like have good like developmental systems, good practicing heuristics, and like sound strategy. No, you just need a good team name and a good logo. By the way, there's some other old Toledo team sports teams, including I kid you not, this was another Toledo ice hockey team. This was a version of the Toledo minor league hockey team back in the 1970s. The Toledo Gold Diggers. The Gold Diggers.
Oh, that's subtle. I didn't even notice.
But she ain't messing with no broke. Like, this is a well-known scientific fact.
It looks amateurish, but it still looks like a logo. It doesn't look like the coach's uncle made it on his Amiga.
It looks like a gas station you'd find on your road trip to Toledo.
Yes, Weird Proc 1 said the same thing. It looks like a gas station logo.
One that sells a whole bunch of really suspicious American merchandise.
Yes, exactly. Just like,
why does this flag have 52 stars?
oh God, yeah. So like, now I'm no longer a Toledoan. At least I don't live in Toledo on a regular basis anymore. I visit occasionally, but I'm stuck here in Florida. Specifically, I'm stuck here in Orlando. Now,
I could think of worse places, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got Disney World.
Now here's the thing. The Toledo Walleye are part of the ECHL, which I believe used to be the East Coast Hockey League. But now it's just the ECHL. And there is a couple of other teams that are in that same league that I'm familiar with. The most notable one is my local Orlando Solar Bears.
Solar Bears?
Oh,
yes.
Oh, is this a Captain Planet episode?
That's
once
kind
you
of awesome.
see the mascot, absolutely, it is a Captain Planet sort of thing. There, just check this out. Listen, so that's the Orlando Solar Bears logo.
That's
Look
a
at
big
that.
flex, like literally a big flex.
Yeah,
That,
you know.
oh man, that's an NES game.
He bends all the hockey sticks himself from iron.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's some other peak names from this. So, like for example, this is from the South.
Hold on one sec. I just noticed the sun is behind him, implying the Solar Bear is literally crapping the sunshine put into Florida oranges.
That would be a fairly accurate description, you know, of how things are here in Florida. Given the fact that given the fact that it gets so hot immediately here. But there's some other teams in the same division. Now, this is not even different league. This is the same division, like the Savannah, Georgia Ghost Pirates.
I dig the logo. It's like I like the green and black and white. It's very like it really pops.
Yep. And I will say this. I went to one Solar Bears game at the Amway Center in Orlando. And guess how long it took for the first fight to break out?
12 seconds.
Before the
Faster.
game even started?
Yes! Before the puck dropped, the fight broke out. That's sort of the energy you have in minor league hockey. Just like people know what they're there for there. So let's get some other quick ones here.
Direct contrast in Canadian minor league hockey, they are primarily focused on fundamentals.
Fundamentals like uppercuts, right? Or right hooks. Also, let's keep this ball rolling for more South Division teams. We got the Greenville Swamp Rabbits from Greenville, South Carolina.
Okay.
Which has an amazing logo. I just love it. It's just such a precious. Yeah, just like look at that.
Like a lot of these
Sonic
look
OC.
like sports teams. Like the like Ghost Pirates as a name is a little out there. Solar Bears is a lot more out there. But I mean, the logos look good.
Yeah, looking at it, Ghost Pirates and Solar Bears also look like Sonic OCs to me. This is great.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Sonic Frontiers.
Although
Yep,
I need to mention that the Solar Bears logo, the sun behind it is not a circle but a ring.
Yep.
So it's like sort of a halo around the Solar Bear.
Yes. Yes, it is indeed. There is a cult based on the Solar Bear, obviously.
Oh, no.
Sun gods and everything else. So there has to be a cult based on it.
Of course.
Now we got one more from this division I love to share because it is just the pun in the name is so joke. I just love it. So say hello to the Florida Everblades.
Like, okay, this is a hockey team?
Yes, this is a hockey team in the same division.
Okay. If it wasn't hockey, I think I would like it a little bit better because just it would be a little bit head scratching. Like a lacrosse team, the Everblades. Like,
I get that they wanted to just rip off the wheel gator design from Mega Man X3.
Yeah. I like how there's laces on the gator indicating that it's actually undead and has risen from the grave to get revenge on the people that tried to kill it to turn it into leather there, you know? It's
Okay, so it's a Yakuza Dead Souls side quest character. Gotcha.
Yes.
I noticed the laces are the only thing to try to link it to like a skate, except okay, I see, like the letters in Florida Everblades forms the blade of the skate. Okay.
Notice how the blades have chips in them, indicating how there was a struggle between the blade and the ever, and sort of that conflict resulted in a team that is both fighting the rest of the league and themselves every time they take the ice. It is internal and external conflict that is perfect for any homeschooled student's book report that they're going through.
Okay, I really want the Florida Everblades to have a mascot that is an undead alligator because that sounds fantastic. Now, like with those glowing eyes and the laces on the jaw, or the snout. I'd go see that just for the mascot.
Absolutely. Now speaking about just like team names with mascot images, you're just like, I hope there's a mascot on field as glorious as what we have here. So I've been doing just some more digging, and there's just so many things that go on out there. When you look for like best or worst team names, things will just sort of jump up out of nowhere. And there is a team that I believe is part of an independent sports league. They're part of the AAABA, which is
Select Start.
I think it's the All Amateur American Baseball League. I believe that's what it stands for.
So ABBA.
Yeah. ABBA, yes. So there is a team that takes place that is in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Now, if you had a guess for a team that is associated with Salem of anything, what would you guess it to be? I'll tell you this.
It's North Carolina,
it's not the
so
bird
it's skewed.
witches, is it?
No, that's a good guess, but
Is
no.
it?
I was gonna say cigarettes.
That's a good guess too.
I was hoping they wouldn't make a mascot out of the darkest point in their history.
Ladies and gentlemen, your local minor league cigarettes.
Now, to be fair, this is not. I'm cheating. This is not a minor league sports team. This is an amateur league team, which gives them no right to have a team name and logo this good. Gentlemen and everyone else, I introduce you to the Carolina Disco Turkeys.
Wait, that's not even a turkey. That's a peacock.
You damn right it is. Because why? Listen, okay? Just look at it. Like, listen, I think that peacocks can be called disco turkeys all day long because that's a great name.
Okay, yeah, that is.
Weird direction for the dev team to have gone after Untitled Goose Game, but I'm with it.
Yeah. I'm just like, it's just like, it's just so good. I love it.
I want this character to be the star of a beat 'em up. Just like,
Yeah,
this,
for sure.
This disco turkey walking around with a baseball bat, just beating the crap out of.
Just check out these uniforms. These uniforms are throwback AF.
Oh,
They're
no.
so good. Look at that. They got the cursive lettering. They got glitter around the word disco.
I hate them.
Amazing.
If the t-shirts just had the logo, that would be so much better. But it looks awful.
Well, no,
I'm sure they have variants.
Those are team jerseys. You got to keep in mind, they can't really have the logo on the jersey like that.
Okay,
so
fair enough.
You can get shirts with the
Yeah,
logo.
because it will distract the pitcher.
Yes, it'd be grounds for ejection. You'd come into the field and be ejected immediately for distracting the
awesome.
team.
Well, like they could have at least kept the font from the logo.
If you want to see like what the shirts are like, here's a picture that they have on their Twitter account, Disco Turkeys, obviously. Like you can get shirts that has the logo and it looks great, you know. This is just, it's just fine, you know. Like, would I order an import Disco Turkey merch from my house?
Disco Turkey!
Would I import that? Absolutely. Import it from out of this country of Florida at this point here. Also, even better, they actually have like cans of local craft beer with their logo on the can. It's great. Look at that. Just
That looks really good.
yeah, this was kind of great about like minor league sports teams. Now about minor league and like similar energy sports team is that you can go for these wild logos and really like niche local promotions and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm really impressed how this like amateur league has built such a like culture.
Mm-hmm. And also, oh look, they have oh, guess what their mascot's name is? Oh God.
What?
The mascot's name is Boogie.
Of course.
Let's see if we can find a picture of it. Okay. Oh no. So
no.
Oh no. What?
Oh no.
I'll say
The
this.
anticipation's killing me.
You can tell this is the most amateur league component of it is there's Boogie. There's Boogie over there.
He looks like Sam the Eagle with a blob of ice cream that landed on his head.
Yes. And yes, they're obviously dancing YMCA there because why not?
He doesn't even have like hands to the mascot costume. They're just human hands coming out of the sleeves.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So
Boy.
It's something where like, you know what? Listen, okay. Will I say they tried? Yes, I'll say they tried. But you know,
Yeah.
It's weird to see Grandpa's new diving suit and helmets.
Like I get they're not a professional team, so like I shouldn't expect a lot. It's just they really set the bar high with the logo and like their beer that they have.
That being said, you got to be honest here. You got to be honest, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to this, it's easier to design a logo that looks really nice than making a really polished costume, right? I mean,
Yeah, that's for sure.
especially if you have to, you can go on Fiverr and get a pretty decent looking logo, possibly. You can't go on Fiverr and get a good looking costume.
No. I mean, like you're not gonna spend $5 on it, but like you spend a few $100 on a really good one. Like,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, you know. Now, I will say this. There are other similar types of leagues, independent baseball leagues that exist out there, and some of them just have like interesting premises across the board. So there is another, this one's not an amateur league. This is a professional league. It's the AAPB, the American Association of Professional Baseball.
Of peanut butter. I'm familiar with them.
Yes, exactly.
wait, what?
This one has like hit after hit after hit for team names out there. But I'm going to start. No. I'm going to end with the one I want to really land on. Let's just kind of get a couple of these just rolling along. So in this league, we got teams such as the Milwaukee Milkmen.
Okay.
Oh, these are the people that impregnated all my neighbors.
Hold on. Okay, they began play in 2019.
Yes.
Milkman has not been a profession for like 60 years. And I'm like, oh, this is like an old-timey baseball team. And then I see they began play in 2019.
Yeah, well, that's because this is a fairly recent league. You got to keep in mind. So, for example, another team that was founded within the last year is the Lake Country Dockhounds with, oh boy, this dog with the fishing cap, amazing.
With the baseball like crammed in his mouth.
Yep, that's also just pretty great.
And the baseball bat named Louie.
You also have a team based out of Gary, Indiana, the Gary South Shore Rail Cats.
So this cat is this is a very angry, mangy looking cat wearing a baseball cap.
Yo, Garfield is pissed.
And swinging what is partially a baseball bat, and the rest of it is like a girder from a construction site. This looks pretty amazing.
Yep. In the other side of the league, you have a team that was founded back in apparently 1993. That being the Sioux Falls Canaries. With that is one just angry bird. There was a period of time where they were the Fighting Pheasants, which is also a very good name.
I love that.
I really hope that Fighting Pheasants has some YouTube results. I would like to see this.
And there's some other teams with less impressive names, but now we got to get to like the name that it just sort of baffles my mind the most. All right, so you're a baseball team out of Chicago. What would be the worst name to give your team because it would confuse people when you're trying to talk about the team?
The Chicago 34th Street.
That's
you just call it either the team or baseball team.
Well, I'll give you a name that's just as confusing. The Chicago Dogs, which is, yes, a reference to Chicago-style hot dogs. Now, I bring this team up mostly for one reason, and that's because when looking on their merch site, there's a person on there, there's a thing on there that seems to be a mascot for the team. I need to go to the website here to kind of brace myself for this because, oh my gosh, they sell, among other things, little plush dolls. And one of the plush dolls is this. It is.
Oh, what?
It's a bottle of ketchup with a trench coat on. There's two things wrong with this. Number one.
There are a few things wrong with it.
There's two principal things wrong with this. Number one, traditionally in Chicago, it is heathenistic to add ketchup to your hot dogs. But secondarily, this thing is a creeper, okay? It's got the arched eyebrow with this trench coat on. Is this thing about to flash somebody?
Hold on, rewind for a second.
It's got a big pervy grin.
Who's gonna yell at me for putting ketchup on my hot dogs?
It's got a trench coat with one big buckle.
Traditionally, a Chicago-style hot dog has a bunch of toppings on it, but among all of them, none of them are ketchup. And depending on how surly the hot dog vendor you are at, they'll either you'll have to ask for permission to get ketchup on your hot dog, or they'll throw you out of their establishment if you put ketchup on your hot dog. That being said, what's with the look on this thing here?
I also kind of like how the top of it is kind of like gnarled and warped, so it looks like a big red turd. Like it's
just a weird soft serve.
There's so many. Okay, where do I buy one?
Well, if you want to buy one, just roll over to shop.thechicagodogs.com for the official team store. You can get the other mascot, which is just called Squeeze. Which
it just looks too. It's too bad for me to not like. Like I want to like. If I rent out my basement again, I want to just leave that there for the tenants so they find it when they move in.
That's right. That's just like there's your mascots, Ketchup and Squeeze.
Oh boy.
So yes. So as we can see here, minor league, independent leagues, amateur leagues, all just like amazing treasure troves of bizarre team names, weird histories, failed attempts at marketing, and sometimes extremely successful attempts at marketing. Because I wanted to bring things down and go for something a little bit simpler, and probably one of my favorite, like actually like culturally relevant team names from my home state of Ohio. It is somehow waterfowl related because we had like the Mud Hens, which was a reference to the swamplands around Toledo. In the same territory, we have the AA affiliates for the Cleveland Guardians, the Akron Rubber Ducks.
Okay.
Which is, again, pretty straightforward why they called that. Because Akron, Ohio used to be the rubber capital of the world because most major tire companies were headquartered in Akron. Now it's actually known as Polymer Valley. So, you know, all that well and nice and good. I just think that's a cool logo. We got the tire peel out there. It's the Rubber Ducks. That's a great name. Just a solid, just standard team name all around there.
Polymer Valley Ducks doesn't sound like a bad name for a team either.
Honestly, that's pretty good too. There are other team names out there, however, that elicit some interesting comments and responses. One of which is a team that's an affiliate, in the same level of baseball, AA minor league affiliate. This one is for the Anaheim Angels. All right, so I forget where they're based out of. Oh, Madison, Alabama, I think is what it is. So this team name, you're just going to want to buy merch for it immediately based on the name. I bring to you the Rocket City Trash Pandas, a name.
Oh, that is really cute.
A name that leads to its Twitter account saying literally, yes, that's our real team name as their bio. It's just, there you go. I was just like a team name that is so great. The team has to just justify, yes, we are called the Rocket City Trash Pandas.
I'm just impressed that they managed to get that handle, Trash Pandas.
Now I'll note there's actually multiple teams with raccoon mascots out there. Actually,
yeah, it makes sense.
There's another team in there that also is just, oh man, love this so much. This is a high A affiliate, so not even like AA, for the Kansas City Royals, the Quad Cities River Bandits.
Oh, that looks like the Shadow, but as a raccoon.
Isn't that a great aesthetic, you know? Just like, oh man, just so good. So like when we go through like all these different teams, there are just there's so many directions this just kind of goes down. So you can see again, how far we can
mostly animals.
Mostly animals, and some animals that don't actually exist, but they get willed into existence.
Okay.
So there's another team. Oh gosh, every time I just think about some of these teams, it's just, oof. This is another team.
Goosebumps.
that had its name voted on. This is a team that's based out of Binghamton, New York. This is the AA affiliate for the New York Mets. I bring you the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. Now, what's even better about this is the fact that you have the Rumble Ponies name. Let me give you a picture of like the mass of the cartoon version of the mascot.
Oh, hell yeah. I sit back down and see somebody who bought the Oblivion horse armor. Yeah.
Yeah. And like,
wow.
Also, thanks so much for talking about hot dogs. I had to go friggin' make one. All these mascots are based off of food. I'm so hungry now.
I'm a little disappointed that the cartoon version isn't wearing that really cool slick helmet. I feel like that gives them such like flair.
Mm-hmm. Well, that is definitely a true observation to make. Let me see if I can find a picture of the physical mascot. I'm trying to, but all the links are just like are coming up like nothing here, so I can't really do too much with that. Apparently there was an alternate logo for them. Let's see if I can find this one here. Yeah. So there was a Jurassic Park night at the stadium one point there. So to celebrate that. And this is the thing too, like you'll find just like sports team doing like weird special promotion. So this was the Rumble Ponies logo for Jurassic Park night.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, they'll do little promotions like that. Just great work there. There was also a game where they played as the Stud Muffins, apparently.
That's a porn.
We see the logo. It's not going to alleviate that concern at all.
Oh, good.
when you see this, it's just like,
Oh, wow. What does that remind me of?
it's if the Hulk was food or a Swamp Thing was
kind of-
food.
There's something like really specific that this looks like, and I can't put my finger on it. It kind of looks like a.
Hello, I am your seaweed salad.
It kind of looks like a Battletoad, or
Oh yeah, yeah, sure.
this is so bizarre.
It looks like those really buff food items at the beginning of the Aqua Teen Hunger Force King Colin movie film for theaters.
Yeah.
I guess I guess this is supposed to be a muffin that is just bursting with big muscular forearms.
Yeah.
And wearing like Mr. T chains and like,
Yeah.
wow.
Just amazing. Just like this was an alternate team name for the Rumble Ponies. So I'm just like, it's just why? Oh, good God. Now, sometimes other like jokes of ideas do actually elevate to professional team names. So are either you two like Simpsons fans at all?
Oh yeah.
Never watched an episode. Yes, I am a very big Simpsons fan.
I love the first 14 seasons.
So do you remember the sports team that Homer played for?
The power plant softball team?
Yeah, the power plant softball team. Remember the name of that team?
Yeah, the ice tub.
Oh,
Right. So did you know that name got elevated to an actual professional sports team?
I believe I did read that at some point.
Yes, when the AAA affiliates of the Colorado Rockies became the Albuquerque Isotopes. Now this was a team that used to be actually a Canadian team, because this was actually the Calgary AAA affiliates for, what was the team that they were affiliate for? I think they were for the Marlins and some other teams there. That was the Calgary Cannons, which has a very concerning logo.
looks like a swordfish, but it's a cannon.
Yeah, but when they relocated to Albuquerque, they became the Albuquerque Isotopes. They were the AAA affiliate for the Florida Marlins, then the LA Dodgers, and now the Colorado Rockies. That's one of the other things about minor league teams. They'll just change allegiances as contracts get reshuffled and stuff like that, which is an interesting thing.
It's really weird to me that a Canadian team would just move to the States. Like,
I was going to say, the way that you phrased it sound like tectonic plate level of movement wrestling drama.
Well, you gotta keep
they
in mind,
change allegiances, but only like once every 5 or 7 years.
You say that about team relocations, Tom, but that did actually happen in the majors when the Montreal Expos.
yeah, that is true.
Expos, yeah.
became the Washington Nationals. So
Why does Calgary have a AAA softball team when they don't have any baseball teams? Like,
that it happens. Like, you gotta keep in mind,
does.
like sometimes one of the things is that like certain cities will just have a team in the minors because of either like weather conditions or just because there happens to be a stadium they can use and stuff. And so things like that happen, but you know, like when it comes to like teams with like great sports names and otherwise, they come and go. They're not always persistent things. And sometimes, oh gosh, I had a thing just kind of like fall into my mind as I was just talking here.
this is like Skitch inviting us into his bedroom, and he has to show us every single one of his toys.
And this is where I got that anime figurine.
Uh-huh.
This is the limited edition Michelangelo, and this is the limited edition orange mask Leonardo.
They're married in my fan fiction.
And this is, oh gosh, I gotta show you the metal head that was painted wrong, so it looks like Michelangelo.
And this is the limited edition Frontier League Kentucky team known as the Florent Y'alls. Just
Oh, come on.
I say y'all more than I'd like to admit, so I'm okay with this.
yes, but just like just I forgot about the Frontier League until just now. I'm sorry, okay?
That is a logo. It's just they just spelled the word y'all, put a star for the. Well, a Y doesn't even have a dot, so they don't need to put a star for the dot.
I would imagine like the font itself being the mascot and getting punched by a big italics S.
It's like they had a J in the logo as by accident, and then they're like, "Oh, we'll just add a hook and we'll make it a Y." We're called the Y'alls now.
Yep. And speaking about big and mascots, that does lead me to the Ottawa team in the same league. That'd be the Ottawa Titans. With their mascot Cappy. Yes, attack on Ottawa right there, you know.
Yeah. Ottawa.
I think the scale here is the only thing that's particularly strange. The fact that he's like he's towering over the Parliament buildings of Ottawa. He looks like he's like 400 or 500 feet tall.
Mm-hmm. Well, in terms of like teams with like names that may not that land properly depending on context, you do have the Schaumburg Boomers from Schaumburg, Illinois, which is based on the name of the greater prairie chicken species in the area. But, you know, just the word boomer lands differently nowadays there. Yeah. And there's a whole bunch of former teams, by the way, that just aren't there anymore. So, like, like here's teams that that didn't make the cut anymore, such as, for example, the Chillicothe Paints.
The Paints. Yeah. Now I know what you're doing.
Yeah, okay. yeah. There you go. Right,
Mario Paint.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And also the Paints does look like it was flood filled there. You also have the former team from Traverse City, the Traverse City Beach Bums, which R.I.P.
Which they represent with a grizzly bear because of course
they do. Just like, oh gosh, so many of these.
I'm still trying to wrap my mind around the Paints. That like their logo shows a horse. I guess because they're like, well, we can't really make a mascot out of a can of paint. We have to have like some sort of a living thing.
Yep, the painted horses. That's what they are. You know, because there are a horse breed called painted horse. I believe a horse species.
Why paints?
I'll pull up the rationale they gave.
Hey, somebody's got to stand DuPont. They're not a good person, but they'll do it.
Like if they remove the I and just called them the Pants, that would be silly, but it would still make sense to me as a thing that you would call a team. Like it's an actual noun. Like
that is a thing. That is a bit. I will say I forgot. The Paints do still exist as a team, but they're for a different league. They're for the Summer Collegiate Prospect League, but they're not part of the Frontier League anymore. Yes, there's
Prospect
too many baseball leagues.
Frontier League. Are we playing Oregon Trail?
Possibly.
Baseball edition.
Okay.
Listen, okay, well, speaking about like animals as mascots, we got Richmond, Indiana's former Frontier League team, the Richmond Roosters, with a very disgruntled looking rooster mascot.
It's pretty much just Foghorn Leghorn, but with an attitude.
More or less, with the serial numbers filed off there. Just I will say that the Prospect League is also where the normal corn belters are, so we are kind of wrapping back to that point there.
Oh, it's all connected.
Yes, it is all connected.
Yeah, you got to see the pile of papers all connected with red string that Skitch has going on over here.
Inserts always sunny Charlie.jpg.
Well, in terms of going cross country, remember the classic Cruising USA? Well, here's a team name that has nothing to do with that. This would be the Oakland County Cruisers.
So are they from like a Grease era movie?
No, close.
Their logo is a car.
Oh, they're Grand Theft Auto.
So their logo is a car. I'm kind of hoping they have a mascot that's just a dancing car.
I too have played Fighters Mega Mix and played as the Daytona car.
Yeah, so basically this was a team that was based in the metropolitan Detroit area, hence cars. That's sort of why, very basic reason there. Mm-hmm. Is there, there we go. It's a very small logo, but this is for a team that is unfortunately defunct at the moment. This was, I love this. This team used to be the Ohio City Redcoats, then it became the Dubois County Dragons, then they were the Kenosha Mammoths, then it became the Springfield Ozark Ducks, and now they're the Ohio Valley Redcoats, I think. They just changed so many names.
There's so many words inside every name. Oh, okay, what was that? I've already forgotten every single one of those.
The Ohio Valley Redcoats, then the Dubois County Dragons, then the Kenosha Mammoths, then the Springfield Ozark Ducks, then they went back to Ohio Valley, became the Redcoats, and then became discontinued in 2005. So,
that was my favorite name of theirs.
Just the discontinued.
The discontinued. Just good.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Baltimore discontinued. Yay!
I'm just imagining they announced the discontinued, and then three confused looking players stumble out.
They're all in different jerseys lent to them from Goodwill.
There's only 3 players, and the rest of them didn't show up because they actually didn't realize they were still a team, and that's just their name.
Imagine the memo being sent out and saying that they're officially changing their name to discontinued. That must have been a nightmare.
Listen, now I'll say this first and foremost. I'm just gonna drop this apropos nothing and just Savannah Bananas. Okay, that is a team that exists.
Oh,
just Savannah Bananas.
Also, it's very fine dessert.
Listen, I'm pretty sure
I love that song.
Yeah. Oh gosh, Savannah's in bananas. Just
Mammoth, Bobanas, Savannah Bananas.
So you just got that there. There's other leagues, even more. There's even more we just dive into just to drive ourselves wild. There's a thing called the California Winter League, which is a specific developmental league in California with all the teams based in Palm Springs, California. And of all the teams in there, the one team that makes the least amount of sense team name wide is the Palm Springs Chill. This is in California. I don't know.
That's fine.
It's in Palm Springs, California.
Yeah,
Produced by Netflix. Netflix and Chill go very well together.
Yes, let's go Palm Springs
are they a
and
hockey
Chill.
Team?
No, this is a baseball team.
Dude, their baseballs have ice on them. They're superheroes.
It's the only team.
Strange.
It's the only baseball team who gets called by the officials because their balls have been blue balled effectively. But anyway,
their soundboard only has Iceman from Marvel vs. Capcom 2 saying Ice Beam.
Other teams from this league that don't even have Wikipedia pages are the Coachella Valley Snowbirds, the Palm Springs Power, the British Columbia Bombers, Oregon Lumberjacks, Washington Blue Sox, the Midwest Haymakers, the Bay Area Bootleggers.
What?
Yeah. Just these are
the Bay Area Bootlickers?
No, bootleggers.
Okay. See, I heard bootlickers as well.
Oh, okay. That makes much more sense. Oh boy.
Look, I am absolutely kink positive. So the bootlickers, if that's your thing, you do you. I'm here for you.
They're the only minor league sports team that you have to be 18 to go see them play.
More or
Larry
less.
Flint sponsored baseball team.
Gosh, the Kansas City Kink Shamers would be a pretty good team name.
Boom! remaking this Disney movie with the bootlickers and the king shape.
They're rivals, just like
starring an old decrepit Emilio Estevez.
So we got to get back to some hockey stuff here. All right.
Yeah.
So there are many minor league hockey team names. There's just so many just ways we could go about this. You can just search for minor league hockey names and you'll get a bunch of them, like articles pointing out like the Charlotte Checkers, which is just like
he's no chubby checker, but I'm all right.
Yeah, that was pretty straightforward. You just got like
I was not expecting a bear. I thought the logo would just have like a checker pattern or something.
Right. Now, in terms of the names that make sense, instead of the Palm Springs chill, I bring you the St. Charles chill. That makes sense. You want to talk about
very
a team,
basic logo, but okay.
Yeah, you want to talk about a team that has a logo that looks like a superhero that was rejected out of Image Comics. You got the Syracuse Crunch with Crunch Man, I guess. Just whatever.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to describe what we're looking at.
It's Captain Novolin's younger brother.
Yes.
Yeah. He's got a helmet and sunglasses, and like has like a like you can look at him and say that he's a superhero, but
he's the dollar store superhero you get in one of those coloring books.
There's no one thing about his costume that makes me say that's definitely a superhero costume. Like this could just be a guy rollerblading, but
with very good protection.
You know what though? This guy envies Pepsi Man. You know what? Hold on. Now you got some other ones.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's the pose. The pose is the only thing that tells you he's a superhero.
Yep. Now we got the Fayetteville Fire Ants, which amazing name. I love the logo. And as the article comes from,
I like how it's spelled with a Z. That's cool. Very 90s.
Fire Ants, my old nemesis.
In a category of things that might be related to kinks, depending on how you feel. We got a we got a team that used to be called the Wheeling Thunderbirds, and then they pivoted and became the Wheeling Nailers. With a logo that just sort of screams, wait a minute. Hold on here for a second here. I'm getting
Jason X in space.
Okay, so the logo is like a sort of hexagonal goalie mask, but it's two different colors, like a Harlequin mask. And it's got nails driven through the top two sides to form like a big X. It kind of just looks like a tiki mask. And I don't think that's what they're going for. It just kind of is what it looks like.
More or less, yeah. It's a shame because it could have gone for something that would be probably much more relevant when thinking about when you're thinking about hockey, there's certain animals you think about, and probably the most appropriate animals you could think about, of course, is the jackalope for the Odessa jackalopes.
I was going to say moose. Steve Harvey, what's it look like?
Okay. Yeah. Jackalope.
Oh, wow. Oh, damn. That is one. They got a really good furry artist to do that. That is. I love it. I love it so much.
There are of course hockey teams with moose. There's the Halifax Mooseheads. So, but
just the heads.
Oh no, that tracks. There's a popular beer.
Yes.
Called Moosehead.
That's right. That is related to it. So this leads us to sort of like the most inner sanctum of sports teams, and that is team names that are based on company names. So we've reached a dark place here.
The Nextel Stadium Pepsi Men's.
So for example, I need to kind of work up to this because I fell upon this randomly a moment ago. And
Okay.
so there's a team that is in the Maritime Junior Hockey League in Canada. The Yarmouth Mariners. Okay. Now that name is fine, sure, but the prior names it had was from 1976 to 1995 they were the Cole Harbor Colts. Then in 1995 to 2000 they were the East Hants Penguins. And then from 2000 to 2002 they were the Dartmouth DQ Blizzard. Which I don't even know.
Oh no!
That hurts.
That hurts. That hurts. But that hurts. But I will say that is not the most inexplicable name I've seen for a team. There's other great names.
Before we move on, though, I want to comment on how the Yarmouth Mariners logo just looks like a creepy old fisherman, like that you would see like alone in a dock saying like inappropriate things to everyone who walks by.
Yep.
Like,
and again, these teams in these particular leagues go through so many team names, it's wild. Another example of a team that's gone through many identity crises is the Valley Wildcats. Again, Nova Scotia based.
okay.
They used to be the Antigonish Bulldogs, the Halifax Lions, the Metro Marauders, the Metro Shipbuilders, and then the Valley Wildcats. I just like Shipbuilders. That's a great name.
Mm-hmm. No, of course.
You have the Pictou County Crushers, which is just
wait, the Pictou as in like that's the place or it's the lottery, like the Pictou
County Crushers. The Pictou County Crushers.
I was gonna say a lottery endorsing, and not a good lottery, by the way.
He looks like Rock Crusher from the cartoon Cops.
This is also a team that used to be the Halifax Colonels, the Halifax Blazers, the Halifax Centennials, the Halifax Lions, the Halifax DQ Blizzards, the Halifax Junior Canadians, the Halifax Mooseheads. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The Halifax OLED Exports, the Dartmouth OLED Exports, the Halifax Team Pepsi, and then the Pictou County Crushers.
There were two teams named after the DQ Blizzard?
Can't we just go back to the simplicity of the Montgomery Biscuits and leave it alone?
The Montgomery Biscuits? That's a great team name.
Yes.
There were two teams named after the DQ Blizzard.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we got to get the Montgomery Biscuits here for Tom's sake, because Tom needs to be introduced to the Montgomery Biscuits.
I told him about him at some point, and he was like, "We can't talk about that yet." But I'm glad somebody else is doing it.
Listen, just get the biscuits in there, you know?
Yeah. I'm hungry again. God damn it!
Get you some butter and biscuits and just go for it. That is some peak.
I swear that I first saw this character in some either fever dream or in reality watching Salty Bet. Just a Mugen character that the buttermilk biscuit had.
All right.
This is something you're convinced was a Mandela effect and didn't actually exist.
Yes. No, but this team does exist.
I love how their mascot here looks like Mayor McCheese, but a biscuit instead of a burger.
It is there. All right. But anyways, so this brings me to one of the teams that I always have to fall back into. We talk about esoteric team names out there. So this is for a low-level professional league that only is in Quebec, all right? This is the Ligue Nord-Américaine de Hockey.
Wow, that's more niche than even I fucking go, and I consider myself a hockey hipster.
Yes, so basically, this is the LNAH. It was originally the Quebec Semi-Pro Hockey League, and this contains a handful of teams. With most teams' names, I will just butcher, like the Jean Quittin Marquis, the Theford, oh gosh, I can't even pronounce this. Here, Tom, you help me with this.
Link me, I will read it. I'm married to a Quebecois. If somebody's going to get put in the doghouse for fucking up French, let it be me.
I've also it's the Thetford Asurancia.
Yeah, this is beyond my skill.
I believe the Asurancia is there. So like, pretty like that looks like a team name that actually exists, right?
Yeah.
So then,
Yes,
you
the
go over
Asurancia.
the Assurance. Okay, cool. So then we go over to St. George. All right, St. George.
Yes.
Yeah, St. George. Mm-hmm.
St. George had a couple of names in this history. The Rivsu Jackals, the St. George Garanga, the St. George CRS Express, and then you laugh at that. And I will say, they did have a playoff championship as CRS Express in 2009, but then they changed their name in 2010 to the St. George Cool FM 103.5. And that is their team name. I'm not kidding. Look at that logo when it comes in. This is an actual sports team. This is a contemporary sports team out of St. George.
This is also a
Quebec.
contemporary jazz station.
Yes. So this is the cool jazz team that exists, that still exists and operates. And this is still their logo. This is still their team. Good. And every time I'm just like, what? And yes, you laugh at the CRS Express. They went from They went from one company name to another to the local radio station. That's just sort of
it just screams of desperation. Like we can't say no to them. They're giving us money. We have to we need to name our team after our sponsor. We are the St. George Cool FM 103.5.
Like, I'll be honest, if the team name is named that, I would be even less likely to listen to the station because there had to have been some sort of blackmail involved. Like, did the radio station operator have evidence of murder from the team, like the coach or something? You will change the name of your team.
I'm surprised you never heard of this team. I'm happy you never heard of it because that allowed me to get the reaction out of you. But holy, yeah, like this is so niche. This is for this professional Quebec hockey league that only has 7 teams in it, and one of them is this, the Cool FM 103.5, and it's just like, how did this team exist?
I'm still waiting for some sort of shoe to drop. Like, there has to be a punchline, but there isn't one.
This is the punchline.
The aristocrats.
Feels like an inverse joke.
Well,
feels odd and uncomfortable.
I mean, listen, I only found out about the DQ Blizzards tonight when I was trying to pull up links here, so you'll have to forgive me for that there.
I'm still stuck on that they had 2 teams named after the DQ Blizzard.
I think what happened was there was one team and then it split to 2 different timelines, okay? and one of them became, otherwise. But you know what? I will say this. You know what? I will give you this. We need to end on a nice note here. So, this stream, despite my worst effort, has been nothing but vibes all around. So let's just go ahead and just stare at the glory that is the Rocky Mountain Vibes and their mascot, which their mascot, you may wonder, what are Vibes? It's an anthropomorphic s'mores, all right? That is on fire. Here you go. It's just
I think it's perfect that their name is Vibes and their logo is just like a relaxing fireplace. Like there's the stick with flames spelling the word vibes.
Yeah, I heard vibes and then looked back. The thirsty on Maine person in me got very disappointed.
The fact that their mascot is a flaming s'mores. Why are they called the Vibes?
That's an adorable like Mega Man 1 cosplay. It's cute.
I will say this, like their hat is like it looks like a flag that you put up when you're giving up. It's a half-eaten marshmallow on a stick that's on fire. As Rome burns, you munch on s'mores while playing your baseball, okay?
Continuing to eat the screaming burger until it was entirely consumed.
Oh, man.
I love this.
So I will say that despite my best efforts, I believe that we did at least end on some good vibes here. Would you say so?
Yes.
I'm going to go to adamandeve.com and satisfy my lust since you keep talking about vibes.
Yeah, just.
Oh, sweet. They got a 40% off sale.
Well, while you go ahead and order yourself your stack of Missoula paddleheads from the store there, we can go ahead and end on that note there.
Oh, baby, these Benoit balls look so good.
I will say, just to sneak that in, Paddleheads is in fact a team with a moose mascot. Just to rub it in there.
Missoula paddleheads. That's
the
great.
paddleheads are just the moose heads in disguise.
Yep. Like I said, we got too much content here. We haven't gotten to like Japanese sports names and stuff and other teams. But anyways.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. We got to cover that in a future episode, I think.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But yeah, with like paddleheads, I think we're getting back to kink shaming, maybe.
That's right. Well,
no! Kickstart the movie.
Okay. Well, that's it for today. Thank you to everyone for listening. Please review us on whatever you're listening to us on. It doesn't have to be a good review. Any review is fine. If you're not sure what to say, just say these people are a bunch of sad loser nerd monkeys.
Yes.
Which also could be a sports team.
Who are now saving 40% on their next purchase of Benoit balls.
Until next time.
Oh boy.